you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.
Shane, good to see you. 5 year-end money moves for a better 2025. The end of the year is always a great time to start thinking about your finances for the upcoming year. So we have 5 tips to help us get on track for a better 2025. First, you say perform a budget checkup and shore up that emergency fund.
Well, towards the end of the year, that budget usually has a way of getting out of hand, right? So you want to make sure you get that under control. Make sure you're not spending more than you're bringing in. Make sure you're saving something for yourself. Make sure you replenish your emergency fund if you dug into it. But you want to make sure you're on track to start January with a nice, good budget situation.
And next, you say make sure that you are maxing out your Roth IRA and your HSA.
Well, exactly. And the good news is we have until the tax deadline to do this for 2024, but you want to make sure, if you can, that you max out your contributions to things like your IRAs, your Roths, your 401ks, because those are great places to start saving for retirement. And again, we have until tax deadline date to do that. Oh, and HSAs, right? We take advantage of the triple tax advantages of an HSA. You still have the opportunity to contribute to those here at the end of the year as well. So make sure you don't miss out on those opportunities, because once you do, then you're locked into 2025's rules and you can never go back and make a 2024 contribution again.
And then next you say we should combine our gains with losses. This is known as tax loss harvesting.
This is kind of an interesting thing, right? So let's say you have some depreciated assets, right? Which not necessarily what you want to see, but it can happen as markets go up and down. Perhaps you could sell those at a depreciated level, which means you have losses, which can then be used to offset gains on other, hopefully even more highly appreciated assets. So basically you can wash out some of that capital gain that you have in there and reduce your tax obligation on other highly appreciated assets.
Yeah, because it has been such a good year for the stock market, which is why, Shane, it's also a good time that we rebalance.
Well, exactly. And rebalancing is another interesting thing. So let's say you started out with a portfolio that was 50% stocks, 50% bonds. What can happen over time is, let's say the stocks are very highly appreciated, as a lot of them are this year. Perhaps your blend is now 60% stocks, 40% bonds. You want to make sure you get yourself back to that 50-50 or whatever the original allocation was that you started with, so that you're staying on track, you're keeping your risk tolerance or your risk level appropriate for the investor that you are. But again, that just happens because one part appreciates more than the other and it can kind of throw off your balance. You want to make sure that's back to your original desired percentages.
You don't want to be taking on more risk than you know.
Exactly.
And then last, a lot of us make charitable donations at the end of the year. If this is you, you might want to consider a qualified charitable distribution.
Yeah, qualified charitable distributions, or QCDs, are great because they give you some tax advantages if you're so inclined to give money to a charity. So what they allow you to do is take your RMD from your IRA, which you have to do. It's a requirement, of course, but you can give it to a charity of your choice, tax-free to you and to the charity. So if you're inclined to give money to the charity and you are also forced to take your RMD, you can do it in a tax-free way. And it's a great opportunity for folks that are looking to give some money away. They're also required to date the RMDs. And if you want to do it in a tax-free way, again, that QCD can be a great tool.
Yeah, it's a win-win. Shane, if somebody wants to make sure they are on track with where they want to be and their unique financial goals, what's the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach us is online or by phone. Our phone number here at the office is 602-456-1928, or visit our website, winstonandcompanies.com.
Great. Shane, thank you.
Thanks, Erin.
Got a plan for your retirement, 'cause you know it's just down the road. But if you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.